Hey Libra, welcome back to my channel. This is Kim here. I'm ready to do your March 2019 Zodiac reading. And first let me say that I apologize that I've got the other readings out and I haven't done Libra through Pisces yet. I do have to pace myself because I have a lot going on here at the house. And I could say that with Libra, what I'm picking up for you is not much. Like, with the other signs, like with Cancer, I was feeling like a lot of anxiety with, I think it was, I want to say, Leo, maybe in a rush to do things. With Virgo, it was really upbeat, And for Libra, I'm just feeling I feel energized, but it's not an overwhelming energy. I'm feeling an optimism. So maybe that's it with Libra, just feeling a bit optimistic, feeling a little bit more open-minded maybe, seeing the light. I think there's still maybe a little bit anxiety because Libras have gone through a lot. It's like, okay, well, we've seen this before where things go good, and just waiting for the ball to drop somewhere, like trying to get used to the idea of troubles being over, and so kind of still on guard with that a little bit, but mostly just feeling comfortable, so let's see if that's what the cards will say as well. But yeah, I'm not really getting too much for Libra. But if I do, as I go along, of course, I'll say it. But let's see. Right. Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, Page of Cups, Death right there in the center, Four of Pentacles, the Lovers, the Hierophant, Ten of Wands. Okay, well, at the bottom is Strength. Okay. Excuse me, Libra. Okay, so right in the center, we have the Death card. And I'm not looking at this as doom and gloom at all. I'm looking at this like ending something that needed to end, something that wasn't good for you. Putting a lot of thought into that, something that you were committed to. And it may very well be a relationship, but it's just or something that you are emotionally attached to. And I say that because of the Lovers card. Now, this is the card of Gemini, so some people may be dealing with a Gemini. But this is just a commitment, This is something that you're karmically connected to, whether it's a job, family, home, money, relationship. However this fits is, how it applies. And if it doesn't apply, then let it fly. But right next to the Hierophant, which is all about commitments, and coming out of this reading, you got the Ten of Wands in reverse. So that's deciding to drop the weight, especially with the Death card right here. It's deciding that, with the Seven of Pentacles above Death, you've evaluated a situation. You have evaluated it, and you see that it's not going to grow. It's not going to grow. No matter how much you put work in, it's not going to grow. And so you've decided that calling it quits with this commitment would be the best option for you, because it's the path of least resistance. It's the path of least resistance. So dropping the weight is the best thing for you. Now, in the past, it's not like you didn't give it a chance or pay attention to it, because you've got the Page of Cups here. This is coming in with an offer. This is coming in with that commitment, that willingness to try, to be emotionally involved and connected to something. But, when you have the Four of Pentacles here, that's really going within and like, I don't know. This is having information at the ready. This is having your own ideas about something, whether it's going to be fruitful or not. Like knowing intuitively that it's not going to grow. And because it won't grow, the best thing for you is to stop the progress in it, stop any further growth. And but you definitely have finances on your mind with the Eight of Pentacles here. That's for sure. Because Eight of Pentacles, this is all about work and stability and your finances, or any work that needs to be put into a relationship. But it's work, this is the action involved with it. It may be slow to come because it is Earth, but it's there. Nonetheless, it's there. And this is where your focus is. And that's good. But so if one thing isn't working out, you're going to drop that dead weight and work towards something that will. But I don't see this emotionally affecting you. I'm seeing this as being okay with it, being okay with this change. And, I think with 2018, the way it has gone for so many Libras, including myself, the way it has gone is almost preparing you. Like 2018 was really hard for a lot of people on an emotional level, but it also sort of giving you this this alligator skin. So you went through like the worst of the worst before 2019, but it was to toughen your skin. So whatever is coming now, it seems like a drop in the bucket in comparison to an ocean of water, like it just seems so small. Like you can handle it. You can get over these imperfections or tiny hurdles, or whatever's going on. And so I think that even though 2018 and prior, and I will say prior because it wasn't just 2018 that was rough. There were many years that were rough for Libra, many. 2019 still has its challenges, but nowhere near as intense as the year before and the years before that. And so I think it has prepared you for now and what's to come. It has prepared you mentally and emotionally. It was kind of like 2018, 17, 16, 15. It was like those years with a boot camp of your life, and you made it through. All Libras who made it through that passed with flying colors, whether you believe so or not. You did. You're here. You're listening to this. You're optimistic about the future. You want to see what's coming. That alone speaks volumes. So, with that being said, if there are any Libras out there that are having a hard time and that are not seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, you just have to change your focus. Some people can be Debbie Downers and can't see that light no matter how much you shine it in their face, and that's unfortunate. But here, even though the Death card is here, it looks like doom and gloom, but it's not. If you look above the Angel of Death, you see that, here's death, and they're coming to end a situation, end a living thing, a current energy. They're here to end that. But what rises above that, look over here, that's an angel. It's like rising up and saying, thank you for shedding that old skin, now I feel new. So the Death card is not bad at all. The Death card is a transformation, and this is what you're transforming into, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. And yes, it hurt real bad, and you went through a lot to get to this place, but that's where you are. And I just feel like this is what's going on with Libra right now. So let me see, coming out with this 10 of Wands in reverse, okay? This is the card coming out of the reading. So this is moving past what's here. So coming out further this way, I want to see what you can expect. So this is like moving past March. The 7 of Cups. You got choices and decisions. Yeah, and with the 7 of Cups, you know, you have choices and decisions. And so that you have the choice to stay in this energy or to trust your intuition and choose a new path. You know, the 7 of Cups has 7 cups that are full. But the thing is, you don't know what's inside those cups. You don't know. The only thing that's guiding you to the correct cup is your intuition. And it's an easy sign to tell. Like, you can, it's an easy way to see where you are energetically. A person who is vibrating at a high level, who is energetic, optimistic, feeling really good, are more likely to get things that match their vibration. So if you're vibrating at a negative level, then most likely you will pick the cup that has, you know, the cyanide in it, rather than the one that has the wine where you celebrate, you know. So you can't blame that on anybody else. But sometimes, you know, we tend to do that because it's so hard for us to accept that we have just as much responsibility to what's happening in our lives as other people that's creating the chaos. You know, we do. We have to determine, we have to decide, what are we willing to allow? And when you're willing to allow the negativity, it's because there's that devil card that isn't here, but it's like that sense, that energy where, you know, there's that entrapment, that bound to something that you feel like you can't release yourself from. And so again, that's a choice, you know. I mean, because even if you live somewhere, you can be surrounded by people that are just chaotic, but how do you choose to absorb that energy? You know, are you going to give it attention where you're playing along with them and being just as negative as they are? Or are you strong enough to say, hey, you can feel that way if you want to, but that's not my business. You know, even if you're coming at me with a bunch of crap, I'm choosing to stay happy. I'm choosing to not let your energy affect my energy. And believe me, it's the hardest thing in the world to do. And that's why the Strength card is here. It's here. But I think because of these years past, that emotional turmoil that we have been through, that boot camp that we have been through, has prepared us enough to bring us to that place where we are strong enough to say, it's okay if you're upset. I don't have to be. I don't have to be affected by your energy. And this is what the choice is coming up. I truly believe that. And I'll see when I pull more cards. Let's see what came out. Yeah, the King of Swords, the 5 of Wands, and the 6 of Swords. And the 6 of Swords, I don't know if I want to put it in reverse or stand it upright, you know? And it's because it really depends. With the 7 of Cups, it depends what you choose. It depends which Libra you are. Some Libras will have the 6 of Swords. Will they decide that they're not going to deal with the petty bullshit with the 5 of Wands? The 5 of Wands is definitely that petty arguing, you know, that just defending yourself and just people coming at you. Look at the way all these 4 sticks are pointing at that one. And that one has a ribbon around it. It's like that ribbon is like there to protect them. You know, this is how they're guarding their energy. And then right in the center, they're guarding this one, like this little cocoon. Because what's inside this cocoon is the new you that you're building on right now. You're building on this strength. You're using that strength to, where did I put it? You're using that strength you know, to build up the new you. You're still recovering from a lot that has gone on in the past, but you're in a much better place now where you can use this ribbon to protect this thing here right in the center, you know. But some of you are finding it very difficult to do that. So some of you are getting the Six of Swords in reverse, where you're on the path to recovery and into a lighter space, but there still needs more work. And then others of you are there where you're in a place where you're like, okay, this is not what I'm going to tolerate anymore. But all of you have the King of Swords. This is Libra. So it's totally up to you, Libra, totally, with the Seven of Cups, to trust your intuition, to decide which option is best for you. Do I want to play along in this energy, or do I want to build on myself and be done with all that crap that's happened in the past? Because it's coming at you as a test. Here it comes. Are you ready or not, Libra? Here it comes. Are you going to come out of this, or are you going to stay in it with the Six of Swords? Are you going to swim out of this danger or this dark energy, or are you going to kind of float in that water knowing that there's a storm brewing? It's totally up to you, you know. And so that's what's coming out of March. So there are choices, and it truly depends on where your energy is at. And I know it's hard. I know that you have people, and trust me, I get it. I'm with you, and I am the epitome of this reading and what I'm saying here. So I totally get it when I say it is hard to to ignore annoying things that keep coming at you. It's hard to do that. I know it. Trust me, I know. I mean, I stopped reading on YouTube for months because 2018 was so traumatic for me that I needed to take that space. I needed to take that break. So I get it. I'm here. You know, there's no judgment whatsoever. I'm just saying more like that coach, like, you know, like, get up on the field. You can do it. Make the field goal. Like, I know you can. You're like a star player. You've been sitting on the bench. Get off the bench, you know. Rebuild that optimism. Rebuild your courage, your strength, your what's the word I'm looking for? Gosh, I can't think of the word. But you know, like, where you just trust yourself. Like, it's okay. It's time to, there's a cocoon is going to hatch, and it's time to come out as the butterfly, you know? When caterpillars wrap themselves up in a cocoon, it's to transform into a butterfly, into a new you. And you may have to fight to get there. You may. But what are you going to put your energy into? What are you willing to walk away from with this death card? What are you willing to walk away from and say, you know what? That's too dramatic for me. This over here may be worth the argument, may be worth, you know, some conversations. But this here, that's way too petty, and I don't have time for it. I've already dealt with this, and I don't want to deal with it again. You know, and that's what is coming. And so, you know, you have to really decide what you're willing to put up with and not. Period. And it is for your own sanity only. It's for your own sanity, because there is no doubt in my mind that shit has not been coming at you. I'm sure it has. And, you know, there comes a time when you just want to lay down and wish it all away. But that's what I'm saying you can't do now. You can't do that right now. This is the final stretch. This is the home stretch. Alright, so Sacred Spirit. Let's see what comes up. And I hope this is making sense to you, Libra. Alright. Mindful wisdom. Create inner harmony. Exactly. Create inner harmony. It does not matter what people are bringing to you. How you feel inside is what matters most. And that's what will bleed out. That's what will project out in your energy field, in your aura. It's how you feel inside. And your energy is literally like a magnet. If you feel horrible, it's going to project out into your aura, and your aura is going to magnetize anything else that's feeling horrible and cling right to you. If you feel good, then that's what's going to cling to you, is that feel good energy. Create open communication. You know, and this open communication is not with necessarily other people. This is with your higher self. This is with your guides, your angels, ascended masters. Jesus is an ascended master. There are other ascended masters, you know. You don't have to be a Christian, you know, to talk to Jesus. You can talk to him whenever you want. He really was an actual living human being on this planet, you know. And so just like your grandmother passing over, you can connect to her and talk to her. A lot of people say, you know, or connect to a family member that they were close to that's passed. And a lot of times in struggle and strife, you will talk to that person knowing that they're not here anymore, but you ask that person, help me through this. You're on that side. You can see what I cannot. Help me through this. So talk to ascended masters. They're just as real. And then pay attention. You can talk to them and think that you're not getting any signs, but it's because you want something dramatic to happen, like the skies of heaven to open up or drop a note in your lap. It doesn't happen that way. You've got to pay attention to, oh my goodness, my eye was just brought over to that bird. Why am I looking? Why all of a sudden am I interested in that bird? You know, you look it up. What is the spiritual meaning of that particular bird? And you look it up, and I guarantee more often than not, it'll make a lot of sense. And let go of fear. You know, that's a big one. Let go of fear. Sometimes we're more comfortable with the devil we know. Sometimes it's hard to move past a certain circumstance because we're so much more comfortable with what's going on, and we can't see what's coming. And so we keep the blinders on, you know. It's like getting on a roller coaster with a blindfold. I don't want to look. I just want to feel the rush. You know, I don't want to look at this ride. I paid $20 to get on this roller coaster, and I'm going to cover my eyes and close my eyes the entire time I'm on it, you know, because it's scary. But how do you learn anything? How do you get thrill out of life? Even in the scary times, if you keep your eyes closed. When you keep your eyes closed, you bump into walls. You make mistakes. You trip over rocks. When your eyes are open and you can let go of fear, the path lights the way even more for you. Let me get the divine doors. And some people are past this energy. For a lot of Libras, this isn't going to be like, it's going to be more like, well, I've already been through this. This is exactly what happened, and I feel great. And there's other Libras out here that need this, that are going through this now. And I think that maybe you just need that pep talk, you know? So let's go to the Divine Doors deck and see what's going on here. These are inspirational cards. So this is just something for a little inspiration. A cure for longing. Love is happiness, a spark inside. Live deliberately and choose boldly. Then you have arrived. Choose boldly. Especially with the Seven of Cups. You have emotional choices coming up. You know, trust your gut. Go within. Take some time. Do some breathing exercises. Meditate before you decide. And don't sit on the fence. Libras, we're good at that. Sitting on the fence, you know. And then trust this card right here. Choose boldly. Be brave. Let go of fear. Let go of fear. And it's so hard to do when you've been through so much. I get it. I truly do. Passages. Spiritual signs of indication. See what I just say? You're walking through passages of your transformation. That's right. Pay attention to all the signs around you. You are being given signs. Create open communication. Create that. You're transforming with this Death card. There's a transformation definitely taking place with you. Trust your intuition. Open that communication with your guides. Open it. Everybody has it. Open it. One more. Destiny. One door closes, another opens for you. Let the plans of destiny unravel true. Yeah. Because with that, once you work through the trusting your intuition, choosing the right path, have faith that whatever choice you made was better than the one you could have made. So even if you come across a stone, you know, and you trip and you stumble, it's better than falling off a cliff. You know what I mean? Nobody's going to say you're not going to get bumps and bruises along the way. But you're not jumping off of cliffs or, you know, running out of burning houses. You know, there's a difference. And so with this, you have to be okay with even getting a scrape on your knee. But create inner harmony. Be okay with it. Be okay with that. Be okay. Start this journey. You're going to be good, Libra. All right. I enjoyed this reading. It was different than the rest. Way different, actually. And, yeah, I hope it all works out. You just have to have trust and faith in yourself. Okay, Libra. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.